Views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
This is Relationship-ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship. Connections. 9 p.m.
We're live.
Marriage. Sex.
And we're having a great time already.
Yourself. Your family. Divorce. Your ex. Your co-workers. Your friends. Your situation. Your lover. Your mother. You name it. Connections. And we always have a great time.
Of course you had to mess
With your
it up, right?
hosts, V and Cash.
Hello, hello, hello. It's Thursday night. You know what time it is. It's time for Relationship-ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship: connection, marriage, sex, race, music, food, and we're always having a good time. And as you can see from V's outfit today, you know she's talking about something. So we're your hosts, and I'm Cash.
And I'm V, and this is Relationship-ish. Please follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify. You can please download the Evening Rush Network, the app. Follow us. We're on all social platforms. So if you're
Are we on Snapchat yet?
We were on Snap, we were on Twitter, but I don't know if we've done much with that, but we were on there.
Look,
I'm like,
it's got a little musky from me.
We're on Lemon 8.
Okay.
We're still on Lemon 8. You know, we're everywhere, you know, in general. Instagram. So you can follow us, Relationship-ish. We would appreciate you. And please tell a friend to watch us tonight. We would appreciate that. I'm rocking my new hair. If you guys can comment if you like it. I'm like, I like it. I'm like, you know, whenever I get my hair done, you see this because on Thursdays I get my hair done, and I don't know how to act. Like, I don't know how people get their hair done and just walk out like, mm-mm. I'm like, oh yeah, every time. It doesn't matter.
Hello, Connection Crew. If you watching us, thank you, Connection Crew.
We appreciate you.
She's rocking it today. See, Thursday, I don't have time for anything. I'm barely just making a hair, girl.
I just barely make it here from, because I have to drive an hour and a half to get my hair done. So by the time I get stuck in traffic, and I'm like, yeah. Okay, so listen. People think that I am, or I would call it not retirement, I would call it reassignment. So I'm in my reassignment days, and people think I have nothing to do, and I can't even have time. I didn't even put out my social media thing till 6 o'clock, and I usually put it out way earlier. And people were actually texting me, going, "Are you sick?" I'm like, "No." Well, you didn't put. I'm like, I did not have time. Okay, you know. So people actually noticed, and they were like, "Are you okay?" 3 people asked me if I was okay. I'm like, okay. So they see that I put it out. They're like, what's going on?
Okay, girl, let me just tell you this, because before you start telling the lies to the general people, I'm in my reassignment phase. I just don't know. This is why I have time to get my hair.
One of our Connection Crew gave me that. She's like, you're reassigned. I'm like, okay.
No. But let me just tell you, I don't care if she's reassigned. She always got her hair done on Thursday.
Yes, I do.
You will come to dancing school on Thursday. So you're acting like this is a reassignment. No, lady.
It's my reassignment days where I am.
Okay, for the last 30 years of my life.
I'm not in a retirement phase. I'm in my reassignment phase.
Oh, okay. Because she's trying to act like, oh, I'm getting my hair done because I'm in reassignment. No, when she works, she still got her hair done on Thursday.
Yes, I get
my hair done. And didn't know how to act every Thursday. Oh,
that's what I said. I don't know how to act when I get my hair done. I do not. I just am silly, but it's fun, you know. It's like fun. I enjoy being a girl. Like, what do you want to say? So, Cash, let me ask you a question. How would you rate your week? Would you say it was a salty week or a sweet week? Just your week. What do you think?
Well, I gotta say, it has been sugary sweet because I saw someone I haven't seen in so long, and it was very sweet to see them. So I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
how are you doing?" I'm married, but it's okay to look, and you look good. How you doing?
That made your week. So you
It did, but also sugary sweet. We're moving on this house thing, and I'm just crossing all my fingers, dotting all my I's, crossing my T's, and I'm not going to say it's coming together, but let me tell you, it is sugary sweet this week because I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm doing step by step by step by step. Thank you for all the help, the people out there. Thank you, V. Thank you, everybody, because it surely was not by myself. But I think I'm having a sugary sweet week. You know, like, kiss it, babe. I'm just saying. How was your week? Would you say your week was pie or cake?
My week, I would say I usually have a sweet week. I only would say it was salty because I could not. My asthma's kicking my butt and it always is. But this week, I felt like I could not sleep. I'm like, it's my allergies. I'm like, I did not. That messed up my week because when you can't sleep and then you wake up and you're
Hi, Diane.
So
Coach.
it was a salty week. It was not.
Wait, put your nails up again. Put your nails up. You're ready for Easter. Go like this, girl. Go like this. Go like this. You go like.
Oh yeah.
You're ready for Easter, girl.
Yeah.
In her Easter bonnet.
Palm Sunday coming up now. Everybody getting their palms.
Well,
Hey, Diane.
I say Coach is here. Girl.
Vince is here. Oh, hey, Vince. I'm like, whoa, we got
girl, look at you. They had to see you toss that thing. Girl, toss it again. Toss your thing again, girl. Toss it. All right.
Bum, bum, bum. She's on my hair today. She was like, okay, you were like, okay.
Oh, that's not what I was okaying about, but all right. Today's national day is National Siblings Day. I did not know 410 is National Siblings Day. So, and siblings, best friends, ones who are like your loves of, like, you are born from another mother, but you are sisters and more than best friends. I mean, you could be the biggest competitors, but you get the strongest encouragement, the strongest love. Be like, I can't stand them. Okay, did you remember the time when we did? Oh my God. So, and I have a hard time oil and water, the blood siblings, oil and water. But then you think about the Brady Bunch, you think about the Waltons, you think about the Cosby Show, and you're like, yeah, I can't stand you. But when I need help, and that's the thing about it, I think that's a man thing. For my brother, when I need help, I'd be like, okay, Whitaker. He's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What? And he's right there. So shout out to my sibling, my bro, and shout out to my sibling, V. Shout out to Nikki. They are really my siblings, my cousin, my partners in crime. And without you guys, I would not be here. So shout out to my sisters. That's my shout out.
I agree. I have like one sister that's, but I have many like that. It's like I had one sister that was born into my family and many that are now in my family. And I feel like, you know what, Cash, you are a great sibling, and you are a great friend, and you are a great sister, and you only get get great energy from people like me because you give great energy and you are a good friend. So that's why you have good friends. I think a lot of people who say, I really don't have any good friends. I'm like, oh, well, is there a reason why you don't have no good friends? because maybe you're not a good friend. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if you're a good friend, you will attract good people and you will have good friends. And you are a good friend. I'm just saying. That's the truth.
She can't do this though. She can't do it. Anyway, her fingers are too small. She be like,
I can't do it because I'm coordinated. And then all of a sudden when it comes to that heart thing, I do it wrong. So my mom, that's not the way it goes. I'm like, all right, whatever. So anyway, so
shout out for National Siblings Day today, April 10th.
April 10th.
Oh, and I so got to give a shout out to this. We got the date confirmed for our second kid to come and enter this world.
Ooh.
It will be June. It is confirmed.
Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations.
It's technically the second week of June.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Yes, right.
So,
what's the word of the week?
Oh, one of my favorite words, effervescent. And you know what it is?
That's a group, isn't it? There's something. And isn't there a group, Effervescence? Am I crazy? Iris, my fact checker. Isn't there Effervescence? Isn't that a song group?
I don't know. Effervescence.
Anyway, go ahead.
But it's the bubbles on the sparkling wine and champagne. That's effervescent. But yes, it is. And I did not know that. I learned that this week. I knew the word as
evanescence.
Yes, but I've known it's somebody who's bubbly, who has life, who is full of positive energy, and that's what I knew it as. But I didn't know it was the little bubbles that are in your drink, like soda, like that's the effervescence, is that those bubbles. I'm like, I didn't know that. The fizz. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay, ma'am. I know you want us to improve our vocabulary, but if you have to go effervescence and you could just say fizz, why?
Well, I don't, because that's the word. That's the word for fizz, effervescence. So why wouldn't you want to say it? Or that's the group.
Fizz. I just want to say fizz.
But she's full of effervescence. She's full of energy, life, bubbly. Oh, no.
She's full of effervescence. I guess that sounds like effervescence. She's full of fizz. I guess if you're talking about someone
because I didn't know about the fizz part. I just learned that. I never knew the word had anything to do with fizz.
But if I'm talking about my Coca-Cola or something, Sprite, I'm going to say the fizz is gone out of this bottle.
Is it flat or does it still have some effervescence?
It's flat. It has some fizz in it. I don't know about that effervescence up in there. That effervescence needs to go. The hell? It's flat, chick. It's not flat. Get that effervescence out of effing here and get me some fizz back in my Coke.
Energy and fizz. Woo.
Ma'am, that's why my name is Casual. Because what the heck, girl? I need fizz back in my soda. Effervescence to you too. Oh, that could be a new. You know what? Effervescence, you.
Yeah, but that means you're giving them positive energy in life, so that's what you're trying to do.
That's right. You're a vegetable, just like Michael Jackson. You're a vegetable. You're effervescent. You're a vegetable, girl. Come on, tell me if I'm like you effervescence. You'd be like this.
Okay. Yeah. Because I would be like, okay.
And then when someone goes,
energy, I guess.
What's wrong with you? It'd be like, I was giving you positive energy.
Yes, that's what I was giving you. What has you on pause, girl?
Girl, let me tell you what has me on pause. You ready?
Oh, has you on pause. She brings these fans to my house, and she's like, "You need to practice with these fans."
Oh, I got my feet on the ground.
And then,
Girl, I am doing this.
she called me a colorless girl when I started doing it.
Girl,
She's like,
because
okay,
I would not expect. She's like this. She's like, now every trick there is in dance, V can do. She's like, okay, you put your arms like this and you go like that, and I'm like, what? She could do every trick there is in dance. This is her with her fan.
I didn't do it. She's like, okay, girl, you have no color. I was like, this really? That's what you have?
It's like, you gotta pop it, girl. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah,
she's like really this. She's like,
yeah, I need to practice with that. I will be practicing, and when I'm done practicing, you're gonna see me that fan. But I shall practice, everybody. So that has
it has me on pause because I realize how many line dances I'm watching lately. People are just going crazy online. I think, except for here in New York, we need to move because line dancing is making a fierce comeback. Maybe we need to move upstate or something. This whole country thing is coming back. Line dancing, Chicago line stepping. I mean, the world is falling apart, and they just have another line dance. Girl, I'm just saying, I can line dance that.
It's so much fun, though. It really is fun. Everybody on the dance floor.
Girl, I'm popping it, and it's like you really hitting something. You know that I'm not doing anything, but it sounds like I'm really doing something. Like girl. I've been practicing with this.
When I do it, mine doesn't sound like that, people. I'm just saying the truth. Like, obviously.
Yes, I gotta get I have my cowboy boots. I have my cowboy boots hat, and it is taken off on social media. It is like line dancing in the bars, line dancing here. They have a whole get together going on. We need to make it happen up here where we live. I think we would just let's rent out a space and let's do it because the world is falling apart and it's just a new line dance. So that has me on point because remember,
do it in your backyard. I'm just
girl,
saying. Rent out a space.
You're right. You're clutching my pearls. You ain't never wrong. But let me just tell you something. It's like, remember, do-si-do with your partner and come on back and go on in. And it's like, these line dances are telling you what to do. Like, go on in, hit step, then go on to left, hit step, then go to the right.
Go to the right, top to the left. Yeah, it's like they tell you what to do. And
girl,
I think they're fun.
Again, I'm so sorry for other people out there. Don't find any disrespect. But how do Black people always make it like something like hot? Because do-si-doing wasn't hot when you were a kid. You were like, go to the left. And when you were in the gym, you'd be like, do-si-do with your partner. Go to the right. Do-si-do with your partner. And you're like, oh my God, why are we all doing the same dance? This is so bogus. And now I'm like, go to slide to the left. Hit back on time. Yeah. Every time. Pop.
I wonder if she likes the line dancing. I wonder if
girl. I am looking up places, and only place I can find right now that has this line dance that I want to do is in Maryland. So maybe every third weekend
they don't have it in Maryland. South Carolina? They don't have it in South Carolina?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Oh, we got to go line dancing. Why can't we go line dancing?
Where the kid gonna be?
Well, can't if it starts at 6, the kid can be with us, and we'll leave at 8. Not everything starts at, especially not everything starts at 10 o'clock at night.
Well, let me
From
just
6
tell
to 8,
you
we
about
can do
down there.
everything starts late.
It's not like up here. Everything gonna close down at like 11, 12.
It is
That's
going to close
late.
down.
It's not New York, Bubba.
So, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So if we starts at 6 and we leave at
So
8.
everybody drinking and I'm bringing. Girl, sit down.
No,
Sally.
because I'm thinking of Dosey Doe and the whole family comes. So is there no family line?
No, and it's not Dosey Doe. Girl, this is popping. This ain't Dosey Doe. That's what I said. It's a new phenomenon that I'm addicted to. I was like, for the last week, I've just been scrolling and learning the whole new line dances.
Yeah, you know my stuff. She's like, did you look at that so you can learn it? I'm like, who has time to do anything like that?
Exactly. Every time I look, there's a different. They have a line dance to follow me. Follow me, yeah. Follow me, follow me. I was like, what? You know, if house music is coming back, girl, I'm on the front row. Stop playing. Okay, that has me on pause. I'm so sorry. That's the exciting part for me. All the new line dancing. Every time I scroll, there's a new line dance. And when I do go down south, they turn on, like every party. They're like, oh, you don't know this one? That's how I learned this one. What is that? Oh, the wobble. Wow. I learned the wobble when I went down south. I learned like all these different. I'm like, wait, what's that? Oh yeah, girl. That has me on pause.
Wobble, because when I was at camp, one of the nurse at camp was like, "Can you teach me the wobble?" I'm like, oh, "What is that?" That was years ago.
I bet she went down south.
Then I learned it and I taught it to her. Then I knew how to do it. But I learned it on YouTube because she's like, I had not even heard of it, and I learned it
because I'm sure her family for down south was like,
they are.
Wobble. I'm like this. What is that? Girl. So world, go ahead, blow up. I'm gonna be in my backyard with my boots on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, but seriously, there's been a surge. There's been a surge in buying cowboy boots and gear, hats, and everything.
That's what's in style for the spring and summer is cowboy.
I'm in style. Go on, because you know my family from down south.
And the rhinestones, that's all in style. And the short shorts, which I'm going to definitely wear. You know that. I was wearing short shorts when they weren't in style. What do I care? My kids are like, Mom, what are you doing? I'm like, girl.
No, she has beyond the Daisy Dukes.
Yes, I wear them.
I think they're a girdle.
They're not a girdle. I don't wear those kinds. I wear denim, Daisy, like denim shorts that are short. I like short shorts because, you know, I'm gonna tell the truth. You know, I have a problem with my thighs, and longer shorts make my thighs look fat, and I'm not having that. So I have to wear the short shorts, and my legs look good, and that's how it's gonna be.
She's lying to herself.
Yeah, because my legs look fat.
Because excuse me,
shorts, I look crazy.
If her legs look fat, right? Her legs would touch when she walks. There's a gap.
Well, they don't now, but at one point they were. I told you the story where I was walking because I don't wear stockings anymore at all. Like there's no tights or stockings. I don't care how cold it is outside. I'm not wearing that. So, but I had stockings on, and because we were going some fancy place.
This is my new attitude, I think.
Every time I stopped, I would look. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, oh my God, there's a mouse in the house, and I'm looking. It was my thighs rubbing together, making that sound, and I thought it was a mouse. Well, look at you. What is wrong with you in that fan? Put the fan down. Step away from the fan.
This is my new look. You can be so sassy with a fan. Be like, yeah, I feel like a geisha. Girl, how about the Southern girls are in? It's always about you, Caribbean
girls never go out.
Yeah.
They've never been out.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I just had to say that. But I'm loving this fan thing. Oh, see,
Yes, she really is.
Okay, but you could give attitude too. Okay, baby. I'm done. I'm done with the fan. Anything
Are
has
you
you on pause?
done?
I'm really not. You know, when I start something, I can't stop.
The tariffs have me on pause. I don't know. Stock market's up, then it's down. I don't know. It's up, then it's down, then it's up, then it's down, then it's down. What's that song? Is it up? Then it's up. That whatever that song is. That's what they made that
Up, it's up, and it down. I don't know.
because because the stock market. I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't
Girl,
know.
I don't even want to
what's
talk
gonna
about the
happen.
stock market
That has been.
because some jackass. So sorry. For educational purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people are all in with this 47, right? Like, oh, everything needs to crash so we could build it back up new.
Somebody said that. I missed that. Where was I?
No,
Did
it's
it
a
need to
coworker.
crash?
It's a coworker.
Oh,
And I said, it's because you probably don't have any real money while you're not thinking that it's your burn, so you can now buy something. But for those who have real money,
yeah. We
who
don't want
actually
to crash.
have invested something,
Huh?
who thinks that it should crash so you can rebuild it?
I'm like,
You don't even put money in. You don't even leave tip when you go to restaurants. You classless little.
ooh, tell us how you really feel. Tell us how you really
That's
feel.
all I'm gonna say. Who does not leave a tip and you go into a real restaurant? Stay in McDonald's.
Yeah, well, that's the only place you don't need to leave a tip. I mean, a fast food
You're
restaurant.
but then telling other people to do the same. What kind of mentor are you? You're
But
just
no,
classless.
yes.
You're classless. I have a problem with you being classless and thinking and pontificating that you know. So those who have real money, this whole stock market thing going up
I don't
and
have real
down.
money, but it's up and down. I do have money in the stock market, and yes, it is bothering me that this.
Then
I'm like,
it's real money.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
real
but
money. Not,
it's
I was thinking about investing. You have invested.
yeah, I have invested, and I'm like this. I'm watching it go. Like, okay, is it coming back up, or what are we doing here? I'm like, okay.
That's why 47 is getting investigated, because he keeps putting a pause on tariffs for his friends to get their stuff in.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing.
But anyway, this tariff game, I don't know what game you're playing.
Yeah, so that has me on pause. That's crazy. I'm like,
But
I
I hate to say it, but okay, so I know last week you were like, this is going to help the economy and grow and
well,
jobs and people.
because
But this is my problem. This is what I'm going to say.
Yes, please.
How many things right now do we get from China? If everything you turn around, it says made in China. So it's going to hit you for years to come that all of a sudden it's 104%. And countries that don't even give us tariffs are being charged tariffs right now. You want a war to go on a global recession. I'm just like,
I get what you're saying, and I don't agree with how we're doing this, but I think the United States have been too lenient, and countries have been like 3 times the
look it
tariffs
up.
we are doing. And
Look it up. Look it up.
I did. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but I looked it up, and I'm like,
especially
Europe. Okay,
China.
but listen to this, because we make it up in bulk. Who's the third biggest country in the world?
Say,
Who's the first? What are the first two?
well, I would say that the United States is one of the first.
No, China, India, United States is the
Well, I know
third. is the third biggest country in the world.
Mhm.
1/3 of a billion people live in the United States.
Mhm.
Pause. Europe doesn't even have half
Mhm.
of that. Not even a half of that. They are like a tenth of what we have. So you're telling me a tenth of what we have when we're importing and we're the third biggest country in the world. What we make up in volume plummet. It is like pummels them. They
So
can
you're trying to
never.
say that you're trying to say that it's okay that they have these big tariffs for our goods, but we don't have any or little tariffs on their goods. You think that's fair? That's what you're saying, because I'm saying that's not fair. So they're
Because
saying if you want to sell something in our country from the United States, you have to pay this percentage on for a tariff. But if we're sending you our stuff, we're paying this percentage. So this, I feel like, why are we doing that? Like
we are almost 10 times as big.
I don't
10 times,
I don't,
100.
I don't understand why it's still
Because
doesn't make
it's
sense to me.
because it's
You're
the same,
saying-
but you're not listening. If you're making up in bulk, so if you have almost a third of a billion people, a third of a billion people buying from you, we're a third of a billion people buying from you, versus you have 100,000 people buying from you. It's a thing of supply and demand. We're demanding more. We're going to have a country demanding 1/3 of a billion people demanding, who have the
I
money
disagree
to.
with you. That's your
Well, that's
thinking. I'm just,
but that's not. That's
Our
economics.
tax are here, and I don't
But
care.
it's
I think
economics.
we need to
Supply and demand.
Yeah, we need to bridge the gap. That's how I see it. I think,
But
I'm
but
sorry.
they don't have
Because
enough
at
people
one
to
point-
demand,
At one point, we used to be here, and we were doing fine, and now we're
because
here.
we didn't have 1/3 of a billion people
Well,
in
I'm
our
sure,
country.
I mean, I
1/3 of a billion
understand.
people.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's fair. I don't think
Well,
it's fair.
it's a supply and demand. So if you're having,
I think, because he's not making the tariffs equal. So, but I think that they need to know that, like, it matters that they're putting all.
I'm just gonna say, let's get on to our commercial.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, we're agree to disagree, because when you see
agree to
there's a
disagree.
third of a billion people, who ever thought that America is that big?
This bridge together.
Yeah, but you're having your hand like this. This is how many Americans there are compared
No,
to.
I want the gap.
other people.
This is what they're charging us for tariffs, and this is what we're charging them. I'm
But
just saying,
this is how much we're ordering. This is how much we're ordering. This is how much we're ordering, because we're 1/3 of a billion people.
yes, but if you have a company and you're selling to them, and they're giving you nothing compared to what you're, vice versa. It's like you're thinking. I'm thinking of the companies and that it's going to make a difference. And even though you don't believe me that it's going to make a difference, time is only going to tell. Like, we can't tell until it happens. So, and it's going to take at least 2 to 5 years, and that's how long it takes to do a lot of things, to build a building, to build a bridge, to do whatever. It takes time. So we're not going to know. But I think it's going to make a difference for the United States workers, but maybe it's not. That's what I think. And so, but it doesn't mean that it's true. I'm not saying but that's what I believe. I think it's going to make a difference.
Okay, well, I still think we're going backwards. That's not where economics is. We don't go back. We've made America this power. I'm finishing. We've made America where we've made ourselves, and how we've been a powerhouse is how we have this trajectory. And so now we have this trajectory, and we're going to step back. We're no longer a powerhouse.
Your opinion. I don't think we're stepping back at all. I think we're finally going forward in this matter. I don't think in all the matters, but I think in this matter, we're taking a step forward. I don't see it as taking a step back. But let's go to our commercial so we can go to our topic of the day.
Economics.
Going forward.
That's not the way economics works.
Well, that's not the way tariffs work. So I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of people who agree with me. There's a lot of people who agree with me. There's a lot of people who agree with you, but there are a lot of people who agree with me. So I'm not standing here by myself. I'm just saying.
But what are okay? I guess we're not going to a commercial. So anyway, workers don't build.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys. So you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
Hello. Are you going to say we're back?
No, no, I can't. Look, we're back. I don't even know when we're going. All right. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your aunt to tell your uncle to tell your sister that we're here on Thursday nights. Yeah. So V, what are we getting into?
We're getting into the 10 reasons why your snack box will be closing. No sex for you.
Well, I think she's trying to show up.
So I guess some people, they're in short-term or long-term relationships. They're married and they're not having intimacy the same as they used to. That's a problem for some people.
Oh.
So I'm just saying, so this is like, we found some ways and some reasons why you might not be having sex. Because a lot of it has to do with, besides health, has to do with the woman,
Yeah. So the woman's controlling that snack box. So the snack box is going to be closing tonight if you don't know how to act, boo-boo. And okay, for those who do not know what the snack box is.
Okay, some people didn't know. Wait, I'm not going to say who it was because they might be feeling like I'm calling them out, but no, I'm not saying it. But anyway, yeah, some people didn't know. So you tell them what a snack box is, because this was your
everybody knows what the snack box is.
Well, I think they know now.
The golden pea.
The golden pea is the snack box. What?
The golden pea. You know you got the golden pea. So I don't know why you're acting like, oh, I don't know what the golden pea is. Now she's trying to front. She's like, I don't know. I don't have a golden pea.
I know what the snack. I know what the snack box is. So some actually people were thinking that we were talking about dieting, and I think because it's spring and you want to get into your summer wardrobe, your bathing suits, your vacation, so they have that on the brain. So then they were like, because we didn't have the no sex for you, so then they were like, yeah. So what is that?
The P jaw for educational purchase only. The punana. Okay, I'm just saying. So why would you not give up the snack box? Because reason number one, lack of emotional connection. Most women crave like this emotional connection. Like a lot of women are not going to get into it if they don't feel something from you. Like sex is like an add-on. So if you I'm like, I don't know what you are right now. I don't know how you're going to do this. I'm not going to give it up. The snack box is going to be closed. I'm just saying.
I agree. Yeah, because, you don't want to, you haven't talked to me all day. You didn't text me. You don't care how I am. You walk in, you're in a mood because you had a hard day at work. And then when we talk, you say 2 words at dinner. I'm putting away the dishes. We get into bed and now, well, hello. And now you want to get frisky. There'll be no effervescence in that bedroom. I'm just saying.
She loves this word. There's no fizz.
There'll be no fizz tonight, baby. And I'm like, yeah, we need, well, not, I definitely do. I think obviously this was not only me. I mean, I think a lot of women do. Whether it doesn't matter if you're heterosexual or homosexual or whatever. I think women crave, emotional bond, and that makes
contacts are moving. Mm-hmm.
I think that makes a difference to us. So listen. So that's one reason. So if you're not doing, like, how was your day? And what are we doing this weekend? And let's talk about this. And whatever it is, if let them know that, oh, this person's getting on my nerves. They feel a connection. You're talking to them about your day and what's going on. You talk about it with your friends. You need to talk about it with your significant other. Oh, her lashes are bothering her.
Yes.
Oh, I have to say this one. The next one, number 2. No quickies. So I don't think you should not have quickies. But let me just tell you, the thing is with a quickie, it is a quickie. So who is mostly satisfied with the quickie? What you're
doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong because I need a quickie.
So what's wrong in a heterosexual relationship?
In a heterosexual relationship,
but
yes.
Most of the time, yes, okay, yes, but that's not what usually happens for women in a quickie. What normally happens is the man just goes, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and he's having a great time, and he's good, and he's like, that was fun, and this is the thing. Most women, which I found when I looked up, most women lie, and they say, yeah, that was good, and they know it wasn't good. I'm like, why are you lying? Like, I feel like, so then he wants to do a couple more quickies because because he thinks you're having a good time. Why are you lying? If you are really genuinely having a good time, that's fine. If that's what turns you on, that's not gonna work for me. But if that works for you, good. But why are you lying if it's not what it? You know what I mean? So I feel like the person can't know if they're doing a quickie and they're thinking it was a wonderful for both of us, and you say, yeah, it was. Then that's on you. And then what happens is, from times of doing that, then the woman doesn't want to do it anymore because she really isn't satisfied. So now she is not she doesn't want to do any of it because she's tired of not being satisfied. But part of it, I'm not saying it's the woman's fault, but if you're lying, it's your fault because he's not reading your mind. You're telling him you're having a good time, and now you don't want to have sex anymore because it's not fun for you. I'm just saying.
A quickie for some men is 20.
God, jokes. He's hilarious. That is so funny. That is the quickie.
Yeah. 5 to.
I like, but see, Cass,
yeah, that's the woman who wants you to get off.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have some quickies like this. I'm gonna take that. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. A woman can get off in 5-10 minutes. Yes, she wants you to get off of her.
Right.
She like, oh yeah, okay. Oh, that was good.
Yes. And then she will take care of herself.
Mm-hmm. Number 3. These men are so delusional. Immense stress. Like if you're thinking about how you're gonna pay your bills, how you're gonna get work done, what's the going on in the household, how you gonna make your bills work, like, is your car broken down? I gotta feed my son, I gotta get I am so sorry. Sex is not on my mind.
I agree.
So if you're making me take the lift and then you don't, like, really? What are you doing? How are we paying the rent this month? And you talking about you want, get the you know what I'm saying? I just, or like, who wants that? Like, if you have the stress in your life and you can't get taken care of, and what do you call it? Maslow's hierarchy of needs: food, shelter, clothes, like all of that has to be taken care of first
before you feel comfortable. You have
Or-
to feel like, you know.
Your boiler just broke down. You're like, oh baby, you know, I'm gonna heat you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah. So stress is a big sex killer because, you know, and you know, I'm just saying in general, I think Cash is right about everybody's dancing their stress away, but this is a stressful time for all of us. And believe it, when we say it's April, I'm like, it's April. It's not November. Like, it's April. It's a stressful year so far. I feel like I'm like this.
Sean says, what that have to do with sex? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, because okay, so this is we'll go back to number one with the emotional connection. Because if you're not so we need to talk, baby. No, because you need the connection. You unless you want a blow up doll, we can get you that. You don't need any connections. You don't need to talk. You know, they are not going to be stressed out. But it's for me, too much stress. I'm not going to be in anybody's mood. I don't want you to touch me. It's not going to work for me. But I guess some people, they're stressed and that's a stress reliever for some men, a lot of men, right? But I that's not for me. It's not. I'm not going to even want to. So how can I relieve stress?
Here's some lube. So if the service bad, would you still tip
the waitress? Well, if I would. I always tip, but I would give more of a tip if the service was good. But I would not tip if the service was bad because I know that they need their tips. So, but I won't tip as well if the service was, you know what I mean. So I will not. I'm like, we're going to give that much? No, because if they didn't even do a good job, I will still leave something. But if they did a great job, then I will leave, you know. So what about you, Cash?
I don't know. That's a question that we'll answer later on. Number 4, struggling with body image.
Okay, that's a big one because if you're not happy with how you look, it doesn't matter if you're heavy or you're thinner or you have a belly or you don't have a belly, your thighs are big. Like I think my thighs are big. Like your body image, what you think. Okay, she's making fun, but what you think is important. So if you don't see yourself, you know, the way other people see you or the way your significant other sees you and you're embarrassed, then like it's hard to have sex. You want to have sex with the lights off. You want to make sure remember I had somebody who was doing social media with me and she was saying she would always be on top with a t-shirt on, you know, the sleeveless t-shirt and it's like cut here. So she's good. But then she would turn around, pull off the t-shirt, and then she'd be laying flat because when she's laying flat, her stomach would be flat. So that's what they would see. And she didn't want them to see her stomach. So what? So like, you know, so that's like hard to like you're having. I'm like, okay.
I don't have a great body image, but if I have to do all of that when we're about to have sex, then just forget it. That's too much work. I'm not into that. We just forget it.
Yeah, but I feel like also you have to be conscious if you're the other person who is maybe doesn't have a body image problem. So you know if your significant other does, you need to be like cognizant of that and be like treat them.
No, I was with someone at one point in time that we had to always be under the covers with the lights out under the covers. It's
Really?
too damn hot. What the hell is that? It's too damn hot. Good night. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Well,
who wants to be under the that's hot as hell. You no. Bye.
Well, you know, when I'm just saying years ago, I was doing IVF and then I was definitely bloated. I had a little stomach and I gained weight. I did. I gained at least 20 pounds during that time. And my significant other had like a beer belly, even though he didn't drink beer that much, but he just had this belly coming out of nowhere. I never said anything about his belly. I never said you need to lose weight, nothing. I was doing all this stuff so we could do IVF so we can have a kid. And I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth and he goes like this. Oh, we're getting a belly over here. I'm like this. So do you think that was a way to get to my my snack box? I'm just saying, because it wasn't. Everything was closed. I was like this. And I went off. We had this big, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you looking in the mirror and seeing yourself? And I went crazy. But do you see what, even if he didn't say it, look what he's thinking. So then how am I going to have a good body image if someone, like, I'm like going, oh, I look okay still. And then you're going to go like this. Ha! Ooh, uh-oh. Like, how is that going to work? In fact, at dancing school, where we worked at the dance school, one of the teachers did that to me, go, uh-oh, look what's going on there. I'm like, I was in the middle of IVF, and I think also my emotions were like going crazy over. I just started crying. I ran to my car. They're like, what? But I'm like, why would you do that to somebody? Like, if you know, my sister's like, I need to lose weight. You need to be on me. So then I would be on her. But if she doesn't tell me to do that, I'm not doing that to somebody. Like, that's not on me. Like, but to do that to somebody, I feel like, okay, so if you do that to your significant other or those things, and you're expecting the doors to open up, that's not what's going to happen.
Sean said, I hate eating box under the cover. I feel like I can't. That's what I'm saying. Who wants to do that?
Yeah, breathe.
You can't, because there's no, you just breathing in your own air. Yeah. No. Thank you.
I just like, I don't like, yeah, no. I think that's just on television because then they don't want to show you what's really going on. So then they do that.
No, I've experienced it. That's and obviously Sean has experienced it too. It's a real thing.
He decided to do that because he could, or maybe she didn't want to let.
That's what I'm saying. Who wants to? No, then we can't.
But if the person, if you said you have a great body, I'm attracted to your body, don't you think that person would feel a little better, maybe?
Okay, and so how did that work for you? How did that work for you?
No, but that person didn't say they were attracted to my body. They said they're the opposite. Like, if they would have said, you look fine, then I would have been like, okay, maybe it's okay. But they said the opposite. So
let me tell you, it's okay. Guess what? That was a dub. Next. That's all I'm saying. Bye. It really had to end at that point in time.
Okay. Well, yes. So
number 5, dealing with a lot of stress. Didn't we just say that? I guess it was immense stress. Oh, of course, the cortisol. So the cortisol in your body when you have stress cuts your libido.
Yeah.
So stress, cortisol, libido.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cortisol, the stress does a lot of things. That the cortisol goes down, you gain weight, all of that happens. You don't sleep well. All of that happens because of the cortisol in your body. So that is important to get that under control. So that will be a reason why, because it's perfect because Sean said, what does stress have to do with it? So now it's actually physically
cortisol.
Your libido. So you don't have wanting to have it the same. So yes, it has something to do with your sex drive.
So number 6,
unresolved conflicts or time. So if you don't have time, like in your thing to have sex, there's not, if you have to get up if you're a newscaster and you have to be up at 3:00 in the morning and you're going to bed at 10, there's going to be no sex. Like, I'm like, okay, so you have to start early to make time. Right?
Oh, wait, I got to be to work at 5, so I'm going to wake up at 4 to have what? Does that make sense? be like, let me just an alarm clock set off, and you go like this. Go on. Good night. Okay. What? When do we have time? Oh, no. Thank you. Good night.
Unresolved conflicts zaps your sex drive. Like, so you get in the bed and you still arguing. You still didn't decide. Like, you want to borrow your lover's car because your car's in the shop, and they're like, "Well, I'm not going to be using it tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I want you to use it." And you haven't decided how this is going to all pan out, and you go to bed. You're not going to be in the mood. You're like, why can't I use it? Well, we'll talk about that tomorrow morning. No. So now you're not going to want to do, you know.
I've been working up. Who has time? Obviously, they needed money
Maybe
from
on
you.
Saturday night or Friday night, like when you don't have work and then you feel frisky and you want to do something different and spicy. It's 3:00 in the morning, like, baby. But like if it's Tuesday, don't do that. For me.
Someone gonna get killed up on her. Like, what the hell you doing? I got work in the morning. Lazy. Y'all showing signs of lazy. No, it shows signs that I need to keep a good job and I can't be taking off days and whatever because I can't get to work.
Did he say that
well, that's people because they have one track mind. So yeah, we're lazy because we want to keep our careers.
Right. Come on now.
Yeah, we can see where those fights come from. I'm keeping my career. Okay. Yeah, I'm lazy. Okay. That's why we get work husbands.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just saying, you want to wake me up at 3:00 in the morning so you can get something. I got to get to work. And so who am I going to talk about this at work with?
Your work husband.
Number 7. You go to work after a party but don't have sex. Yep, I sure the hell will. Because when do I go to work after a party? When do I go to that party after work? On a Friday or a Saturday. Birth control or menopause. Okay, so
it's supposed to menopause. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay. We have lost our minds. But I told you, relationship-ish, we here every Thursday night and we always have a good time.
I can't. I'm crying right now.
Okay, so birth control and menopause, they do like the same thing.
Menopause causes menopause. Sorry.
You like that play on words. I know you would. So the birth control of menopause, what happens, it causes a body shift in your chemistry. So even like you're on the pill, it drops your hormone levels. So the person might be dry, their libido might be like also drop. They might need like hormone replacement therapy because it all does the same thing to stop your little flow. It all operates the same way. It drops your hormones, so you have lack of libido. So it's real.
Yes.
So men, you need to pause. Because our body has changed.
Right.
So sorry.
And you can go, to see a doctor and make if this pill is not working. There's plenty of different pills and there's plenty of different options for birth control if this one is not working for you. So don't be afraid to ask. So number 8. All right, childbirth. So you're about to find out, because if you just had a baby, you're
Oh,
not
I've
going to
seen
be
it.
in the mood for, they
I've
recommend.
seen it.
So yeah.
I am very, I was in amazement.
So yeah, so that right there is going to make a woman not be in the mood.
Childbirth kills her.
Kills her. No, I don't think so.
I think it just has to reinvent it. But looking at that, I'm just gonna let you know. Woo! Is all I can say. I never knew a human body could do that. I mean, but when you see it, okay. Number 9, boredom. You keep doing the same thing, thinking it's a new trick.
Right. Like, come on. Now we gotta maybe try a different room. You don't always have to be in the bedroom, people. There's other places that you can have some intimacy.
Ma'am, let me know where that is, because I'm gonna mark an X on that. So when I go and sit on your couch,
Yeah. I'm like, you boredom. You do the same thing in the same place all the time.
What's the most exciting place you've been? Oh, she doesn't want to say.
The most exciting place I've been.
Lifetime.
I think it was on the beach, and the person actually had a blow-up mattress and a tent thing over it, and I was surprised, and that was really nice because I didn't get sand in my hoo-ha, and it was very romantic and sexy. And it was open. People could have walked by, but there was nobody there because it was. But they could have been.
The bathroom and shower. No, I think the most kinkiest place I've done it is a dressing room. Like it's like you don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught. So it's like either the park or like a dressing room.
I couldn't do it in the park. I did, but I couldn't. I just was looking at, feeling there were dirty things. I was just like, I couldn't. I was like, okay, so you know what? This is not working. I can't.
That's the problem. They'd be like, oh, someone's gonna.
I like it. I like that feeling that somebody's gonna come. That I definitely like that.
City bus last stop.
Woo! I was actually coming from a dance class, and I saw people getting it on the train. I was like, oh, that's what we're doing. They were just doing. I was like, all right. That's what we're doing.
Number 10, why the snack box is closed.
Oh, if we have cheating going on, either if you suspect cheating or you already know that they've cheated, those things are going to stop you from wanting to have sex. This is not going to happen. I mean, if you think your husband is cheating, or your significant other is cheating, your wife is cheating, or you're not going to want to have sex. And
I know why I'm not going to have sex.
Cheating, and you're still with them, you're not going to want to have sex. So the cheating is what will kill the sex. Girl. You know, I'm like
10 reasons why this snack box will be closing.
So if you have communication, if you have some goals for yourself and your partner, if you tell each other your fantasies, and list separately your kinky ideas, and then share them with each other. Those are things that you could do to get that snack box open. Just saying.
List those kinky ideas. I like that one. I mean, because that, and what you were talking about is how you can build like this sexual compatibility, right? Like, I like to do it 5 times a day, and you're like, how about once every other day? And you're like, well, how about once a week? Like, trying to build that sexual compatibility.
Yes.
And you have to like start early, and it's never like not a time to do it, because you have to figure out what is going to get that libido going. Like, well, I always wanted to be, and be like, okay, let's try that. But
Right.
putting down those hard no's. My hard no.
Yeah, my hard no. You have to say what. But also, if you are in a relationship and you're afraid to talk about intimacy with your significant other, there's a problem. You have to see how you can fix that, because you cannot. That is not healthy. I'm like, if you guys are not talking about what each other wants, and you just keeping it a secret, and I'm like, what is that? I'm like, you have to be able to talk. Once you feel like you can't talk, something's wrong.
Yes. So you got to build that sexual compatibility and talk about it, because you don't want it to be a deal breaker, and you got to put effort into sex in order for you to get something out of your relationship.
Yes, say it again.
You gotta put. I was like, what?
No, you have to, because people just don't get it. Like, they just think it. Like, they're like, those people have such a great relationship. They're working at that. That's why they have a great relationship. It takes work. When you're successful at your job, it's because you're working hard at it. No one's successful going, I didn't do nothing. I don't know what happened. I just, it just happened like that. I don't know. Like, it's not going to be that, right? So you're successful because you work hard at whatever you're doing, and that's how you get into the next level. So yes, communication is key. Yes, it is.
Look at that key. Iris, do it.
Really?
Now Iris, when your snack box needs to be closing. So let's run them back. Number 1, your snack box will be closing if there's a lack of emotional connection. Number 2, no quickies, because who's that pleasing? Number 3,
I'm gonna do this one. I got
that's
that.
my quickie.
Yeah, we're gonna try that.
Immense stress. Number 4,
struggling with body image. Yes. Number 5, dealing with lots of stress.
and that cortisol
level going up, up, and up. Unresolved conflicts and time. You have to make time if you want to have sex.
Number 7.
Did you say this what?
Birth control or menopause. Number 8, childbirth.
Number 9 is boredom. Number 10 is cheating.
Why you always lying? And you got to build that.
Yes, compatibility, and it's an ongoing thing. So what you're doing at the beginning of the relationship, you have to keep it in the middle and the end. It can evolve and change, but it can't just be stagnant. It can't just be nothing, and because then you're gonna get nothing. You put nothing in, you're gonna get nothing back. That thing, if you win the lotto, they say you got to be in it to win it, because you're not gonna win the lotto if you don't play. So.
You are so nasty. You got to be in it to win it.
Yeah, girl.
How you need to be in it? Oh! Girl.
You and that fan. Oh my God.
Okay, girl. So I'm just, if anything have you on pause.
Men you put me on pause. No, you know what has me on pause? What has me on pause is dealing with stress, because Sean is a young man who said, what does stress have to do with it? And that is the problem. So that has me on pause, because I thought everybody would understand that stress could make you not want to be in the mood, right? But right away, he's like, what does that have to do with having sex? So if that's your partner, they're not getting it, that stress would make you not want to. So they're just thinking, what the heck is wrong with her now? You know what I mean? Even though you might not know how you're going to pay your mortgage this month, and you're like, oh, such and such lost their job, or you don't have your overtime that you expected to have, so your daughter can go to this thing, and now you don't know. That's stressing you. You're not going to want to. But he said, what does that have to do with anything? So I think a lot of men think differently, and that's why they don't know what's going on when you don't want to have sex.
Or that shouldn't be an excuse. That's not an excuse. You being lazy.
Okay, the lazy thing, I'm saying that's a problem for me, that lazy thing, because I'm like, what? I'm lazy now.
Lazy. I'm like, what? But just thinking about the struggling with not building a sexual compatibility. I never, like, first time in sex is not going to be amazing. No matter who, I don't care, is anybody says the first time having sex with someone, it'll be good. But I don't think it's going to be like, oh my God, that was so beyond amazing. That was the best. It's going to be good. But I don't think it's going to be until you've been with that person to build that rapport, that this is what happens and this is what you start, like, building that rhythm. Right. I think that is, but I never thought about it being like a sexual compatibility, like you're building how you want it, when you want it, the little kinks that you want. And that is an effort to think about for some people in some relationships. I'm like, okay, I never had that. It's just like, let's get it, let's go. So I mean that's a pause, because I never thought about it that way. Like, it is like part of your communication is thinking about how you're going to interact sexually.
Right. Right. And I 100% agree. Yes.
So,
and yes.
And that's interesting. So for next week, what are we talking about? Because you're here and I love it. I'm looking for my thing. So V, I want to thank our guests. Why don't you thank our guests for tuning in?
Yes, thank you so much, Connection Crew, for tuning in and also writing in. Appreciate you. I appreciate anybody who shares. Please share Relationship-ish with your friends and let them know we're here every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. And we also do
next show next week. The first connection, how we met, and what was your first impressions?
Oh yeah,
You gotta get people out here. Like, is it love at first sight? Does that exist? I think that should be a topic.
I think it's infatuation at first sight. I mean, you think it's love. It's not love, but you think so.
Oh, wait a minute. So maybe the first connection, was it love at first sight?
I like that.
All right.
And what if you say it was love at first sight and your partner says, not really? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, just saying that. Like, that's like, oh, okay.
What? Well,
I'm just saying.
I don't want to know that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you shouldn't.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this topic. Never mind.
Yes.
Never mind. I want to know. Don't want to know.
Because some people, I think for me, like I will grow on them. So I get it if I had to grow on them. So I get it. So that's okay.
I don't know. We've got to think about that again. We got to think about that.
Sexual questions you were afraid to ask your mom.
You asked your mom questions? Yeah. Okay, you taking this. Okay, good night, girl. You have tuned into Relationship-ish. It is Thursday night. We're here every Thursday at 8 o'clock on the somewhere by the dot. Maybe like 8:02, 8:03. But we're coming on. Okay.
We're coming.
And I want to thank everybody, as you said, again, because I wasn't paying attention. All right.
It's that fan.
Tap that.
Step away from the fan.
Tap the screen. Share with your friends. Share with your aunt. Tell them to download the Evening Rush Network. Much love. Kisses. See you next week.
Bye.
Get a fan.